Welcome everybody, how are you today? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so last week we decided to add as the last element, as the last component of the sculptor to add an enemy. So the sculptor is not anymore only about Hawkgirl, because as you can see we added a lot of elements and we needed to make it to project it in a different way. So that's what happened when you have a not clear idea from the beginning, and that's my fault, but I think that we managed this situation very well. So we came maybe with even maybe a better idea than the original. The original maybe was something simple, not simple, the idea is simple. The model it is not simple, but the idea maybe is something that you should expect. But in this case, as the last project of a sculptor of 3D sculpting in the channel for a while, because we're going to move forward with 3D modeling, maybe it is good to go with this different view. So the sculptor now is about a scene, a situation. In this case is Hawkgirl defeating an enemy, and this enemy is Byth Rock, a villain from Hawk World, the Hawk Planet. I don't remember the name, the city, I don't remember the name. But the good thing about this enemy is that he can change his shape into almost anything, his body into almost anything. So we can have great ideas with this concept. I came with this idea, like she is defeated him. Why? Because the body of her body was already in this position, and I wasn't sure about what to add there. To maybe the simple idea was only to add the hawk statue and reduce the base into something simple, and that's maybe with that we could finish the project. But now that we add a lot of things, maybe I said why not, let's go with something different, with something more challenging. As I always do, I always try to search for something more challenging than the previous project, so I know when I finish this I will be my skills will be improved. So that's what I wanted to say about the project, and let's start working on the character, because as you can see this is what we have. Okay, so she's standing over his body, but now I am thinking the problem is that his body is big. We have two options, and maybe make his body a little bit smaller, and I mean smaller following the proportion of Hawkgirl. And also what we are going to add here. At the beginning I was thinking of maybe an alligator or something like that, the half of the body. As you can see the prototype, let me see the prototype. Something like that was the original idea, but now we came with these ideas with new ideas. So this is what this is the information the research that I made this weekend, and let me add all the references that I found. Let me see images, let me change some names. images. Okay, so these are the ideas that I have. So for his body, for half of his body, this is the, I was thinking of maybe a reptile, an alligator, but maybe I came with a different idea, maybe a dragon, something like this. So something like this is going to be maybe our character, and with that this is what I am going to do. I'm going to try to move the body a little bit forward and change this neck. I don't like this neck. I'm going to create a solid neck, a solid piece of neck. Not solid, I mean maybe a more humanoid neck. And let's try to see if maybe she is standing over her back, but the lower part of his back, so maybe here in this part, in the lower back, and with that maybe we have something to work with, because it is going to make a little more sense. So let's start changing that. Okay, let's start changing that. I'm going to move this body forward. Okay, now she's going to stand over his lower body, like that. So now I can move this, I can rotate this like this. That we can build more things with this. Also the neck, I don't like this. I'm going to make something or we should leave it like that. Maybe let me see if I made this neck a little bit wider, like that. Just like that is better, so he look stronger. Better, a little bit better. Okay, now for the other part of the body, let's see the references. Let's try with a curve. Let's use a curve and try to do this Chinese dragon body, something like this also, to surround this part. Okay, let's see. I am thinking on where I am going to add the legs, so I can continue with the design. I want it to be not completely like a Chinese dragon. I want something like this, but still don't. I want to do the legs here, like trying to hold to the base, something like that. So maybe I can move this here and try to move the tail in this part, and the leg, one leg is going to try to hold in this part and the other one is try to touch this part, something like that. Let me add the other part of the base. Okay, let's try to go with that idea. So half of his body is going to be like a Chinese dragon, like this. What is the Chinese dragon? What is the Chinese dragon? I lost the Chinese dragon reference. No. What is the... I have an image here with... No, I lost that reference. Ah no, here, sorry. Something like this. So one leg is going to try to stay here and the other one is going to try to touch this part of... also I need to rotate this. If this is going to be the hawk, the position of the hawks, then I need to rotate this part. Let me do that so we have a better reference. Okay, like that. So one leg is going to try to stay in this part and the other one is going to try to touch this part. So let's try to do like that. Also, let me make this bigger, and of course we're going to change it, but I need to make this bigger so it makes sense with the body. I'm going to again to look like the Chinese dragon, but not completely like that, because I would like to have like this. This is a salamander or an iguana. I don't know. I don't know. But like this reptile, like his large body but with a belly. So I want that belly to come here. Let me try to do that. Okay, like that is better. So I need to move this down. I need to do it in this way because it is a curve. So after I maybe convert it into a mesh, then I can, maybe I have to wait until I convert it into mesh. Let me try to move this a little bit. A little bit out like this, so we can see the Hawkgirl foot here. We're going to cover this part of the hawk. Don't worry, we have the other one. Unless I try, no, but let me try to move it, this one a little bit here. No, I'm going to cover the foot. Okay, something like that. You understand the idea. Here I need something more different. Let's try to add the legs. Okay, for the legs I need to decide what kind of legs I am going to add, but that's something that I don't know, and I want to do it. I want to do that because maybe we should do something like with the yes, maybe just the blocking and then they start working on the other parts. Okay, let's try with a blocking. Let's try to create these legs but following the Chinese dragon body, so the legs can be smaller. Hello Tulani, welcome. Okay, this looks better. Let's try to complete the other part. This is not good because it is going to touch the other part and I don't want that. Okay, something like that. This is just blocking because we need this. Okay, this pose. And the other one, let's do. Let's create this one here. And this needs to be to the other side. Okay, something like this. This is the idea. Okay, what do you think about this idea? I I like it. I like it. Now I know how to distribute all the parts. I just need to be really careful on how we are going to add this. That's the only thing that we should be careful. We should think about that. And I cannot do that. I cannot. Ah, no, I can. Okay, 1 2 1 2, but I need a 3. 1 2 3. No, I don't have more space. If I want to create this type of leg, it's going to be more difficult because I don't have more space here. So maybe I just go with a simple shape that is of this lizard. I don't know. This is an iguana. 1 2 1 2, just like that, like an alligator. 1 2 1 2. Look, 1 2. Of course, these are the frontal legs. recreating the back legs. I cannot do this. This is what I cannot do because I don't have more space. I don't need maybe 1, 2, 3 and then this part, and no, that's too much. The only thing about this is that I don't have more. I would like to make this bigger. Maybe I have this idea. Maybe I can make this not completely near the base. I can make that he's trying to escape, so the body is separated from the base and the legs are going to be bigger, like that, but in this same position. So it makes sense because the upper body is trying to escape up in this case, and this part is going to be out too. The only part that is going to be to the ground, in this case to the base, is going to be this. So maybe it makes more sense, and with that I can make the legs bigger. Let's try to do that. Yes, now it make more sense and it's going to look better. Yes, just now it's better. Maybe now I can do this type of leg. Okay, of course that this is not going to be the leg, but something like that. Okay, you have the idea. Okay, so the idea now is try to create the pose in the legs here and then move it in this position, and then I'm going to use of course an sphere. I'm going to use an sphere, so let's try to do that. What do you think about the pose? The pose. Like this, my legs should be like this, like he's trying to move out of the base. I like this pose, these legs. I like this one. So maybe we should model one side, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to model one side, move it, use spheres to rotate, and use a big sphere at the middle to be like the middle part, like the lower part of the body. So that sphere, I'm going to parent all of those and just change with rotation. Something like that. So this should be my leg, okay? And the other one, and the one that is going to be here, is going to be like this one. Okay, let's do that. Let's try to do that now. We're going to, okay, so the next part of the process is to try to improve the design. So I need to improve the chest, the torso, to improve the muscles, to make a better design. Also, this is going to be blocking, but I don't like this because look at that, this horrible thing. Change that. So maybe let me add apps, okay? So the next part of the process is try to improve each part of the blocking, okay? And then when we say this is for sure, this is what 100% sure, this is for the final post, then we start merging, remesh, and all of that. The thing here is that a lot of parts are going to be joined, as you can see. So I need to create a costume maybe that allow me to separate at least the upper part with the lower part. Let me hide the base so I can work in this part. this part. This part are going to be here, so I can reach the level of the foot. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now that we have a better idea of what we want to do, also this needs to be a little bit wider, but I cannot control that. I can create another curve, no, but that's too much problem. We're just going to convert this into mesh and then start to change the shape. Okay, so now let's try to improve this design, because look, this is nothing and I don't like it. I want something like this. Also, I would like the post to be a little bit bigger, like this, a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, I'm going to work with this pose maybe here, okay, so I can continue with my reference and then also have something here, okay, and a space to work. Okay, so let's get started. First I'm going to, oh no, that part is going to be the last part, and I'm going to start creating the pose. This is the reference, so let's start. Okay, this is good. course, and I'm going to rotate it. Great. For the knee, I'm going just to create a sphere so I can rotate that. Okay, now let's go with this one. Maybe the reference is like this line. We can say that maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but we can say that that is going to be our reference. Sorry, I forgot to apply scale. Symmetry, I think that we don't need symmetry. To make this down, even down, so we can have a clear space. Sorry. Okay, now we can work in this space. Okay, music stop. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'll go for some water. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. This is only as reference to rotate the bow, okay? I'm going to delete this layer. Well, you know what? Maybe we don't need that. Let's see. Let's delete it, and later if we need, we just add it. And for the toes, I'm going to use the modeling technique, okay? Let's leave it like that. For now. Okay, now how, let me think, because there are too many things that I should change. Because I want to rotate this too, right? Let's first create them. Also, I need to find a way to duplicate this, and if I change something here, the other two fingers, the other two toes are going to change too. I need to find a way to do that, but maybe I think that there is no way, and also that's something that we should not do because the paws are different. But I mean the design. Okay, let's leave it separate. Okay. So what parts we are going to change to rotate? We can move this up. Maybe here. I need to find a way, so a way where this is going to rotate. I should search about that. Look, here we have the armature. Great, that's great. Okay, so we have a joint here, the joint here, the joint here, a sphere that is going to be this joint, this one, and two more joints. I think that one is going to be here and the other one is going to be here. That's what I think. No, the other one is here. No, let's check. Joint here, okay, the other joint here, and the other joint, what is the other joint? What's the other joint? Here is the last joint, here is the other joint. I cannot. I don't know where is this, where are these, so, okay, this is going to move, okay, so this part is for this, okay, maybe here, one joint here, but the other joint is going to be here, that doesn't make sense. For sure there is one joint here. The problem is that I cannot find the other joint. Following the shape of the bones, this is going to be a solid piece like this. So here we're going to have another piece, and here we're going to have another piece. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. I'm trying to find the joint so I know where to divide the character. Okay, let's do that. Sorry. No, I have another idea. Okay, so we have our pull, but as you can see, we need to change some things. First, I think that we need to make this a little bit bigger. And by that, maybe I'm talking about everything else. Like that. I think that that's enough. Or maybe, let me see. No, a little bit bigger, but also. Okay, better. Sorry, let me apply a scale. Sorry. Let me apply a scale. Okay, great. Hello friend, welcome. We are creating the pose of Byth. I decided to make him to have like a Chinese in a mix like a Chinese dragon body with a lot of other elements like an alligator, like a chimera. I am trying different things, and the blocking, the final blocking is something like this. So she is standing over him, but not in the head. She's standing over his lower back. He's trying to screaming of pain and also trying to get out. So the other part of the body, that is going to be the half of the body of the dragon, is going to be like this, trying to move out from the base, like trying to escape at something like that. Okay, so I am creating now the legs that are going to be with more detail here, that are going to be in this place. I am creating, what I'm going to do right now is do the same, trying to create pieces, the arm pieces that are going to be with more detail, and I'm going to move those into the right parts and into the right places, and then start to, we can say, okay, this is what I like, this is what I wanted, so we can move forward with remesh and all of that. That's what I'm doing right now. So I don't know, what do you think of the idea and also of the design? Please let me know. No, I think that's good. So now we have the leg. We're going to do right now the arm, and I think that I'm only going to use one arm because the other arm is going to be like a tentacle. Or maybe not a tentacle, maybe an arm, but like a demon arm, like I don't know. So the idea that I generated with AI is something like this, like this, as you can see, something like this. Okay, I think that I am not going to do this. I'm going to do this with alphas, because with texture, the other way we have three ways. The first one is to sculpt. That is going to be almost impossible because it's a huge body, and try to sculpt this is not going to be perfect, so that's a waste of time. The other one is try to use alphas, and with alphas we're going to, instead of this, we're going to do something like this. This we can do with alphas, and I'll go with this one. It's going to be easier. If we try to do this, I can say that it is going to be almost impossible because we already have a lot of topology. So no, we can do that. I just discovered that we can do this with textures, with UV unwrap, but it is maybe a little bit complicated process, and we need a lot of topology. And I want maybe to try that on the costume, but I am not sure yet what I'm going to add here. We're going to finish this the costume once we finish the blocking of Byth. Okay, so that's what I am. That's what do you think about this body, about about something like this? Maybe this arm is not going to be a tentacle, it's going to be like a dragon arm, like this one. Like this one, like a humanoid but with paws, not fingers. And this one is going to be a normal human hand. So maybe tomorrow we're going to work with the arms. I'm going to create two arms, one arm and two hands, one with a normal hand and the other one with this pose, okay? So maybe I'm going to change this. Let me try to change this a little bit. No, I cannot change, because if I change, it is going to look like he's trying to stand up, but that's not what I want yet. Maybe what I can do, no, but the base is already too far. No, I wanted like one arm to be like trying to rotate like this. Let me show you. Like this, like he's trying to stand up, but it's not going to make sense, because he's screaming and she's like just standing over him, so maybe that is not going to make sense. So it's better like in this way. Maybe the only thing that I can do is try to move this a little bit back, so the claws are going to be holding the Hulk. I don't know, let's see. We're going to see that tomorrow, okay? Okay, that's the idea. Yes, as you can see, we are getting better ideas with the base, and I think that that idea is better. The only thing that it needs is maybe some adjustment, maybe some I don't know, some things that we can change. Maybe that's what we need to do, but I mean in the concept. But I think that now is better. It make more sense, so I have more space to work. Byth can be a little bit bigger, and that makes sense. Now with the head, with that size of the head. Also the upper body can be a little bit bigger, so it makes sense that she's standing over his lower back. Okay, don't worry. Thanks for coming. By the way. So as you can see, we have better ideas. Let me try to add the base so you can see better. Okay, so he's trying to escape. He's trying to escape with the lower body. He's trying to go out, and with this arm, he's like claiming for mercy, something like that. Okay, he's screaming and she's already defeating him. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so we're going to continue tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we're going to now we have the legs. We already created the blocking, a very detailed blocking of the legs. Now we just have to move this on this part and just rotate it. Maybe a few adjustments, but we already have the legs. Maybe we can do this tomorrow. We can move the legs here. Let me just move it here so we know we have a better idea for the thumbnail. Okay, this is for the thumbnail. And the wings I am not going to add because that's too much. The wings are let me see the wings just for a moment. If it is not touching anything, I forgot about that. No, very good, very good. Great. Okay, let's leave it like that. Now that I already had. Okay, friends, so that's all for today. Now in a few minutes, we're going to continue on Kick, creating Byth. We already created the wings using the same technique that I use here with the Hawkgirl. I use the same technique with Byth. So today I'm going to add maybe more detail in the face. I need to add more detail in the face, and maybe we can start working on the final pose. Just the final pose. Also, for you to know, I am already working on the converting Executor into for 3D printing. I already started that on weekend, so maybe this week I'm going to share that, or maybe on this weekend I'm going to share that model. Also, I continue writing the script of the Blender for Beginners video that I am creating, and I still working on the time lapse of Hulk. Okay, but I need to finish that first because I need to free space in the disk here. So I need to delete all of those 56 videos that I use for that stream. I don't know how I'm going to create a time lapse for this Hawkgirl. I think that I don't know when I'm going. We are almost tomorrow. We're going to be 100 days working on this, but that's part of the process. The mistake was that not saying from the beginning what we wanted to do, but okay, don't worry about that. We already came with great ideas. This is a very challenging project. I think that this is my most challenging sculptor, of course, sculptor. So let's finish it and let's see the final result. I really want to see the final result, but we have to do some work yet. So, but don't worry, we're making great progress. So don't worry about that. A very challenging part of this project is trying to imagine what to do. that's the most challenging part here. Okay, but we always figure out solutions. So okay, friends, so now in a few minutes in Kick, we're going to continue tomorrow with this project. Please remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. Also, follow me on my other platforms, Kick and Twitch, where I am creating different projects. Follow me also in my social media accounts, X, Instagram, TikTok. If you want, you can join your Discord server. You can share things about 3D and games. Maybe you have questions, or maybe you want to share something that you're working for some feedback. And what else? If you want me to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there. There's my email. There is LinkedIn. There is the social media account. So maybe you can create a project on Upwork and see it there and send me a message there too. Also, if you want to know, maybe you're thinking on upgrading your PC, or maybe you want some reference for maybe in the future build your own PC, you can check in my Kit site, in Kitco site, all the PC components that I use for my computer. Okay, so you can check those. All the links send you to Amazon, so you will have more information about each component. Okay. And if you want to support the channel, remember that super chat, super thanks, and all those super things are already activated. Also, there is a PayPal link there. And even better, you can get one of my models. If you want assets for games and animations, you can visit my Turbo Squid store. If you want sculptures for 3D printing like this one, you can visit my Coles 3D store. And also you have CG Trader, where you're going to find both assets and sculptures. So you have 3 different options to get my models. Okay, so that's also a way to support. But if you for different situations, I think that even a like and a subscription and sharing the content is also a really great way to support the channel, and I will be really grateful with all of you. Remember that we are doing this together, so all the progress that we're making in the channel, the community, we're small, but it is a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but we are growing step by step, making small steps, but we are making a really good work. I think we, of course, that we need to improve, but again, I am doing this alone, so it is a lot of work, but we're making progress. So this is all for this is all thanks to you. So thanks to the small community that we have, thanks to your support, thanks to your messages, thanks to your feedback, and also with the like and the subscription that you already did, and also for the new people that are joining. Also, I would be really grateful with that kind of support, with the like and the subscription. Okay, friends. So remember, we're going to continue with this tomorrow. In a few minutes, we're going to continue on Kick, creating the Pidgeot, the third Pokemon. That is going to be the last Pokemon that I'm going to do for a while, and after that project on Kick, we are going to continue with a new cartoon. Okay, maybe 3 other characters for a new cartoon. Okay, sculptors. There we are creating sculptors. Maybe in the future we can create also modeling, small but low poly. I don't want big projects like this one, because as you can see, there is a lot of work and a lot of days, and I think that you're maybe exhausting of trying to see all of this. I don't know, but we can maybe create more things if we do smaller projects. But by smaller, I don't mean easier or maybe bad projects. Remember that all the things that we do here are the best that we can do. Is the best that we can do. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for coming. Please remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.